20 questions on 938 Live.
20, 20, 20, 20.
Kiat Goh, if we type those two words, your name, into the search bar at Google, what should we reasonably expect to get by way of search results?
Type my name into the Google search bar, you probably see my pictures and how I'm the music director at Symphony 924, and probably some articles about my album Pluto, which I released in January this year. And possibly you might see some photos of me attempting to model for the last couple of years.
Yeah. If I can't find you on Google, you don't exist.
You don't exist in the world.
So, but people who've opted out for reasons that are both practical as well as on the basis of privacy.
Yeah.
Because the internet is forever, they no longer have this option. But those of us who've had the benefit of being able to know what things were like before the internet became the internet as we know it now, how do you think the internet has either helped or hindered what you've tried to achieve artistically?
Well, I think a very big part of the positive is the fact that I can basically listen to whatever I want to listen to, made by whoever, anywhere in the world, and that's fantastic. But at the same time, I have to say that it's kind of killed the album. Yeah, because I remember in the 80s, in the early 90s, where people were still listening to albums from front to finish.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful experience to just go to the store and buy a CD, and you just look at it like art. Someone actually made this entire album, and you read the liner notes and everything. But now it's just like in bits and pieces. So I don't like that part of what the internet has done. The truth remains that I get to hear a lot of music. Yeah, but for me, I love to listen to music from start to finish and try and see if there was a greater intention than just individual songs.
Yeah.
But I don't think that many people do that anymore. Yeah.
Do you think that the way it's presented, track by track, single by single, the way it is on the internet, has also forced the artists to make their musical projects in those kinds of bite-sized pieces?
Yes. So I think more than ever, artists don't make collective albums. Some of them do, but a lot of them release EPs, singles, and all these singles, you kind of are put in a position where you are an artist on someone's iPod or iPhone, and you have to fight with all these other hundreds of artists, and you have to leap out. So it's actually becoming kind of a situation where you don't really make music for it to be unique, but you just want to have like the hook repeated 5,000 times in 3 minutes to leap out from the 500 artists you have on your iPhone. So that's not good at all.
It forces the artist to compete in a fashion that he may not necessarily choose or he thinks he may excel at. It's not a race he feels he can win, therefore don't run, or just remain on the sidelines or cheer other people on. But assuming that you are able to overcome those the impediments, and you were forced to compete on those terms, what else do you feel you need to know or have in terms of an understanding in order to participate? Has it kept you? Has it given you cause for to think whether I may or may not make this record, or it may or may not come out this year?
That thought did not affect me at all. I was like, no, I'm not going to compete with anyone. I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Right.
Because if I were to go in that direction where I have to compete with all these other people, the number of hooks I have in my song, I find it doesn't make sense. It defeats the purpose of me making this album anyway. I made this album kind of in a strange way to leave behind something after I'm gone. Like in this life, I've done something that I'm proud of. So I wouldn't go in that direction actually. Yeah.
How do you manage your life on the internet? Is it very closely tied to you as a person? And how much really do you think anyone can know or understand who or what Kiat Goh is about by simply looking you up on the web?
Nothing. Just how I look. Because I'm not the kind who update what I'm doing all the time. I know some people who update where they are eating, what they're doing. Like I've seen people updating, I'm in a toilet now. Like
And
Why should
here's a photo of what I ate before I ate it, right?
Hopefully not after.
Why do you have Facebook at all?
Well, it's a great tool to keep in touch with my friends from Berlin, from Russia, from all over the world. It's just nice to see what's going on with their lives, but I think you have to control how much you flip through that news feed because it's never ending. Did you know that I read, I think it was 2 months ago, where scientists found out that people spend so much time on their smartphones looking down that the lines on their necks are deeper than ever.
It's like neck wrinkles.
Yes.
Yeah.
I try to control myself, but I know in some genres of music, for example, pop in particular, you have to be really savvy with the internet. You have to update your Instagram every single day. You have to keep your fans interested. And for me, that it keeps your fans interested in you, but maybe they're more interested in what you're doing than what your music really is.
Wow,
So-
that sounds kind of deep, which I'm going to give you a chance to explain.
Okay.
But part of the reason why we had you over here, of course, obviously we respect and love your work that you do on our sister station, Symphony. But you've made a record recently, and you are here to introduce at least part of it and give us a chance to understand why you made the record that you did. Would you just look through the list of the tracks on the album and pick out something that you, at least for this point in the program, fairly representative of what the album was about?
My album is called Pluto, so track number 7 is called Last Light. It's literally the last track that I made for the album, and I just wanted an outro, and basically it's an instrumental version of one of the songs called Belt of Venus. Okay, I know when I'm talking about all the titles of my song, you're like thinking I'm doing some Space Odyssey 2001 soundtrack or something. I'll go more into that later. It's kind of a confluence of classical / modern music / new age, some might say. So take a listen.